walls of cold echoes where the numbers float. Every tick a breath I chase, lost inside this market space. I'm trading futures, trading time. Lines of rhythm, dollar signs. In the silence I align between the noise and the micro beats and macro dreams, golden silicon, endless streams. Patterns form then fade away. Prophet's ghost won't ever stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time. Fading lines through liquid signs.
Yeah. Afternoon stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift laid the ground. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO type in the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it small. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. Yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers tryna midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we seen that move. Liquidity pocket, we approve. Whoosh fan blowing when the entry's tight. Stops place clean, risk held right, not gambling. Candles, we stacking skill. Consistency over chasing thrill. Chat moving steady, no chaos here. Green heart emojis when setups clear. If we win together, we lose composed. Trust the system, the blueprints close. Yeah, yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. When the clock strikes noon, the room says liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room shows up. Calm hands on the play, red and green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. Silence when the setup phones. Heartbeat with the market stones. One clean, they won't rush. Midday pressure, but the room shows up. The room shows up. When the clock strikes noon. The room says liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room
What up?
hands on the play, red to green.
What's good, fam? What's good in the hood? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going down? Price is dropping. We're dropping. 2 trades today, both long. Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
Showing up. Spend dollars from dimes. Feel like
What's going on, fam? Let me get the chat up. Hold on. My screen layout's off. 1 second, guys. What's going on, fam? Welcome to the room. Wait, hold on. My iPad's jammed up. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? If you could see me, say yes. Yes. So anyone said, let me see. Yes. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my iPad. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this YouTube. It's way behind. What's going on, guys? All right. There we go. Pop out chat. There we go. What's going on, fam? All right. Hit me with the answer. Who was longing today? Who was shorting today? Because I feel like today was such a hard day for people who were trying to short, probably. Because you probably kept getting squeezed. Probably kept getting squeezed. Who out there shorted? Who out there was longing? Mutant 8, what's up? C Wisdom. Lee Media in and out. Blackouts. All longs very well. 2 small longs only. Both directions for Charlie. Zero said got crushed. Zero, were you trying to short? CV3 trades, what up? It's Burns in the house. Mr. Benjamin. Trader 07. Corey. Lord Kick. Michael 369. Up to $30. Guys, if you've been here every day of the week, you know I have not been able to get anything going this week. My biggest day of the week this week was like one and a half risk units, maybe 1 risk unit. I only made like I think 2 risk units this whole week. It was basically a very small week for me. I could just not get it going. And listen, it wasn't that I mean, I guess that part of that's by design. I didn't push any day this week. I didn't take any big shots. I didn't take any shots this week. This week was just you know, I think Monday I was small green. I think Tuesday I went green to red, small red. I think Wednesday and Thursday were small green days. Today, small green day. Just haven't the week has not had the kind of action where I could get followed through, right? Next move, D move. I've been getting next move, been getting stalled out. Even this morning, I took 1 small loss, 1 slightly bigger win, and you know, I'm up a tiny bit. Just haven't been able to get anything going. And that's been the story the whole week for me. Matt was dropping some rocket. P Long said Matt was dropping some rockets on my funded futures earlier, meaning he was going long, or he was just dropping knowledge. What do you mean, P Long? Or he was getting was he getting long? Like rocking some rocket entries? Urban said tough week. Yeah, tough week. Well, listen, a small green week's better than a deep red week. So I'm not saying I'm mad at the week. I'm just saying it's been a very slow week. I think it's been the slowest week for me since I forget when the stream started. Maybe the beginning of February. I think it's been the slowest week I've had since the beginning of February. Yeah, C Wisdom says on slow markets you get boned. You were in short, got stopped out. 11 now in a short, 8 points up. In this kind of market, it's like the short. It's hard to get it started. You know, I've been mostly longing. Today was just today was a dangerous day. High range, high volatility, and not a lot of stability. my trades were, let me scroll back here. I'll go to a 5,000 tick. My trades were all the way back at the beginning of the session. Right when we came into this zone. And the reason was the top of this zone was 23,550 and DD band was 23,568. So DD band and the top of the zone were lining up. So I just took the bounce move off of the top of this level, and then I was watching the tape, and I could just tell it was going to be dangerous either way. Once we got down deeper into the zone, it started to get choppy, and I was like, okay, well, I only wanted long bounces because it just felt like shorts were going to keep getting squeezed based on what I was seeing on the tape. And I'm really glad I didn't try any shorts, because it looks like it's been hard to catch. It's been hard to catch, you know. It's been hard to catch. A lot of squeezy action. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. In this. Matt was dropping lifetime knowledge. That's cool. Life knowledge, huh? I do have a level. I have a level down at 24,000, 23,305. But it's a very thin level. A very thin decision block. Let's see what the depth is. This is really not this is not a great, this is not a great, a great session. We're below DD band the whole session, basically. Yeah, this zone is tiny. This zone is only 27 points wide decision blocks. I mean, we could just melt through that easily. We'll probably see a small reaction down there. I'll map out the levels for the zone here. I'll map out the levels. But not like we're way down. It's a better session to wait for things to rebalance and see where we're at on Monday. I'm Liquidity said Apple's just selling off to hell. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the chart, this move makes sense. Now that we got below, let's see what the level was. The level was 23,885. Started holding below that, and I mean, this has just been a massive sell-off since. I mean, other than the zones I'm seeing down here, there's not really much to do. When you're this far below DD band, you know, the morning session had some decent rotation around there. There was some opportunity, but it's more like field-based opportunity. You don't have the technical levels. You don't have the technical levels. You don't have the confluence. It's like you're in no man's land, you know? It's like you're just freestyling, and you know, field-based trading is fine, but without real levels, defined levels to trade off of, it's difficult. So that's why after taking those couple of longs in the morning, it was really only because the level was fresh. Let me scroll back forward. It was really only because the level was fresh, right? Because we were below DD band, so I don't have any rocket scooter levels I can use. So I can only use seeds levels, and the seeds decision block was huge. this is a, let me see. This is a 130 point decision block. And you could see the rotation that followed. Like, we just rotated in this decision block for the majority of the session, right? So the zone was good, you know. The algo picked up the zone well, but when I see the zone is that large, I'm like, well, it's going to be so hard to trade it. You know, it's going to be so hard to trade it. It's a decision block. So there's going to be 130 point, I'm going to expect 130 point rotation while the market makes its decision. That's a big decision area. And you could see it came true, right? It was 130 point rotation. So, you know, I nailed the zone, which that's great. But nonetheless, these moves are 130 points. And there was no other levels. There was no rocket scooter level I could use for confluence other than DD band to try to catch one side of those 130 point ranges. And that just wasn't enough for me to feel comfortable taking it, because the only trade I could have taken that would have confluence with a rocket scooter level would have been DD band short. And shorting below DD band is just so dangerous. Just so dangerous. So Adventure Rig said you're shopping for a Lucid account. What's the most recommended account? I mean, people like all the different ones. I personally, the 25K was fine for me. It's a $1,000 drawdown. It's a 1250 target. It's basically 1-to-1. Takes about a week to pass. Mine were the 25K flex. 25K flex. Impatient Trade says, welcome to Kabooshville. Right? Seriously. Kaboosh. Let me ask, chat, let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys been getting, like, were any of you guys catching the starts of these huge 130-point sweeping moves? Or what was your, you know, kind of what was your approach to today? Because my approach was take the easy trade, first reaction off the level, and then my approach was stand back. Stand back. Darb in the house. What's up, Darb? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Darb. Chat, let me know. Any of you guys catch big sweeping moves, or you guys were tight stops, or you guys sitting out? What was your guys' plays? Adventure Rig said small trade and stayed out. Whoa, Darb making 1,600 bucks on a 25K funded. Hey, that's good. That's full buffer. That's cool. Hey, Darb, was that a long or a short, brother? Was that a long or a short? Wondering to hear from Darb if that was a long or a short. See what he says. Short off the band retest. Nice. Short off the band retest. Oh, if that was on ES, that was probably money. I wonder if you had a rest. Did you have a resting order there? That's a banger. Let's scroll down. Let me see back where that level is at. Damn, look, we're almost down there. 23,305. There's no one here. This is not a high volume sell-off. This is just like people are just not, like, the market's, it's moving down because, like, no one's really there. There's no one to buy. There's not aggressive selling either. I think things were pretty balanced out from earlier, like from last couple weeks. Hey, at least we got giveaways. We got 8 boot camps to give away. And was it 8? Let me think. We got two prop accounts to give away, and we've got, no, we did 8 yesterday, so it's gonna be 16. So we got 8 today and 8 on Monday. Nice. Oh, Darb said MNQ around 11:30. Nice.
I'd never traded at all.
Trump hasn't tweeted in almost 24 hours. Yeah, we just had a lot of whippage today. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about like the catalysts and Trump, and there's not a lot. This is not a high volume sell-off. There's no panic in the sell-off. This is kind of just like the market's just dropping slowly because there's not a lot of participation. Like no one's stepping in to buy this right now. No one's stepping in to buy this right now. Most of the pops are just shorts getting squeezed. Most of the pops are just shorts getting squeezed. That I could see. $23,350. Is that your level? Yeah. I'm surprised there's no options. I'm surprised there's no bull zones, bears. There's nothing down here, huh? Just empty again. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There's no one's positioned down here. That's why there's nothing going on down here. I mean, if we start to rotate down here over a few sessions, you know, then we'll start to get some. There'll start to be some positions built down here, and we'll start to get hopefully some levels. But I mean, at this point, there's just we're in complete no man's land. We're in complete no man's land. Relax vibes, yeah. Relax vibes said buyer exhaustion more than heavy selling. Yeah, there's no buyers. There's no buyers here. No one's stepping up and buying. Every pop that I saw today pretty much just looked like short squeezes to me. Yeah, I have like a range setting that I need to set the algo for, where it will draw zones. I had to expand that. Because these, you know, there's barely any history here. Oh yeah, Albinit asking, said yesterday you caught the big move in the afternoon, long NQ with one contract, 3-minute order block. I don't know what the order block thing is, but that was a pretty crazy. Who was surprised or who was like whatever, par for the course? Who saw that crazy whippage after the close yesterday? There was some crazy whippage after the close. W trades. My name's Neon, and yes, there's gonna be giveaways today. You know what, guys? Let's. I'm gonna start up the boot camp. Let me just start the boot camp giveaway because I'm gonna do 8 boot camps today because we had big donation yesterday. So the ability to give away 24 boot camps came up. So we did 8 yesterday. We'll do 8 today. We'll do 8 on Monday. Let me bring up the giveaway engine here. Giveaway Friday, baby. It's a good day for giveaways too, because unfortunately there's not a lot to do with this market. The only thing I mean, technically I could buy down here at 23,305, but I mean, it just seems a little nuts. Might have to just spectate that move. Where's this giveaway engine at? Who out there is still looking for longs? So who out there is still looking for shorts? Who out there's saying, forget it? You're just watching the market and trying to figure out what might happen next week. Most F says done for the week. My travel still holding his runner short. Adventure rigs, you got 2 Lucid 25k accounts. You'll wait until next week though. Smart. Shorts are way faster. Looking for nice pops to short. Bourbon sitting out. Yellen Q sitting out. Ian sitting. Ian boot camp. Said boot camp. Ray up 600, not giving it back. Wow, Harley's been short since noon. Difficult session. Guys, type boot camp. Type boot camp. We're gonna give away a boot camp right off the rip here. Type boot camp if you want to be a part of the boot camp giveaway. I should open up an Excel sheet so I can keep track of this boot camps today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. This has been the first week in a while where it was just every session was just something was wrong with it. Every session. Every session I was just like, meh, no. Let me see if this giveaway engine's up. Nope. There we go. Matt said this has been the hardest environment. Yeah, I mean he's right. It's been the hardest environment. You know, that's why, like, to me, it's especially like it's tough to trade. It's tough to find setups in the afternoon with this environment too, because I feel like when the levels are fresh, right? Even if there's not going to be demand in the overall session at a level, the level will still typically get a reaction. Like it's like the levels get worn out a lot quicker because there's less participants, you know? So it's not like there's a whole bunch of participants there and then you get this big reaction. It's like you get the big reaction just because it's a fresh level and there's something there. But the levels get messy and the levels get less reliable so quickly in this kind of environment because there's less participation. I'm just going to do this first spin right away. Pick a winner. Just to get things going here. Andy KUOW. Use a winner. Type something in chat, brother. Andy's here. All right, Andy. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID, and he will hook you up. Congratulations, Andy. You won. I'm going to spin it one more time. Most. That person. Are you here? You won. Rigged. This person won. I can't read that name out. The P&L from yesterday, can I show that? No, because what I do is I take a screenshot of the current P&L and then I update it and I delete the old, like I don't, you know, you'd have to go back to the stream yesterday, but I think yesterday was a small green day. Let me check. I can look back at the stream and see what the P&L was yesterday. Oh, you know, no, I remember, because I remember yesterday was like a little bit more than one run your screen. It was somewhere between $200 and $300 per account yesterday. It was a small green day yesterday. Oh, most fat. No, so the 88K was the 88K would have been Matt in his $1 million challenge account. My stream, I'm just doing the props. I'm just doing the props. I don't trade my live accounts on stream. See what else we got. All right, so Mustafa, click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel, message the admin name Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID, and he'll hook you up. He'll hook you up. Most fad, no, boot camp. You got the boot camp, brother. Not a funded account. Boot camp's first. Boot camp's first. All right, let's hide that for now. THX111 said knife catching is an art. Yeah, I mean, if you got good levels, even in a down market, you know, even in a down market, if you got good levels, you'll get good responses usually. Good responses, and then you get rotation in the level, and then if it's going to sell down, it'll sell down. You know, this is a good example. Let's scroll back. Let's look in the top right corner. Let's look in the top right corner. Right, this is an example, right? Let's go to a 15,000 tick chart. No, we'll keep it on. We'll keep it on this one. All right. So look, we're in a down market, right? We're in a down market, but you still see, if you have good levels, look, come into this level, reaction, right? Even in a down market. Come into this level, reaction. Start rotating into this level, get deeper into this level, rotation, right? So if you have good levels, you know, if you have good levels, then if you have good levels, good risk management, you know how to scale into trades if you're doing that, or you know how to cut losses quickly and wait for the next, for a deeper interaction in a zone, if that's your style. You know, having good levels, having levels with edge, that's really what makes it a lot easier. And that's, you know, you guys have heard me say it before. That's why I love Rocket Scooter, because it gives so much extra confluence. It's tough on days like this because I've grown used to using Rocket Scooter. That when we're down here like this and I only have seeds levels and I don't have Rocket Scooter levels because there are no levels down here on Rocket Scooter right now. You know, I'm more hesitant. Like I would say a year ago now, what is it? It's March, yeah. March last year, I hadn't yet discovered Rocket Scooter. If it was a year ago now, I would be hitting these levels down here. I'd be hitting these levels down here. But knowing that my accuracy has gone up a few percentage points since incorporating Rocket Scooter, that means that the way I feel is like if I don't have Rocket Scooter levels for Confluence, I know that the edge is a few percentage less. I just know that because since last summer, that's been proven in my stats. So, so when I don't have the Rocket Scooter levels and knowing what I do know now about the way that the platform works, DD ratio, all those different things, what happens when we're below DD band, you know, all these things are helpful to minimize risk and to increase accuracy on weeks like this. THX said you hit it and quit it, lower level touched. Jay Black, what's up, brother? Blackout's in the house. Eddie Rod said we kept rejecting DD today, even with news. Yeah. Yeah. DD ban was resistance all session. Michael said, "Can I?" No, Michael, I keep the charts on 5 minute. I keep them on 5 minute. They don't cover enough distance when I change it to a 1 minute. It zooms in too much for me. I like to keep it a little bit more zoomed out. Brad, good afternoon, brother. What's going on? Michael, no problem, Michael. Yeah, the 1 minute's just a little bit too... like, I don't use time-based charts, but when I'm looking at them, if I get to a 1 minute, it gets a little bit too crazy for me. Oh, Day Trader U1S is asking if Tradeovate is currently down. I don't know. Is Tradeovate down? Guys, is Tradeovate down? Cryptic motion dipping toes in gold. HP strong trends belong, stories to be told. All right, looks like everyone's saying Tradeovate's fine for them. Oh, Michael, now that it's zoomed in, it's easier? Okay, yeah, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in so we could just see the open. 9:30. There we go. I think that's a good happy medium. Let me zoom in. I'll zoom in. We don't need to see pre-market. Let me zoom in. 9:30. There we go. All right, that's cool. Now we can see the whole session, and it's zoomed in. Mike H is in the house. 23,305. Are we going to get a reaction down there? Michael, no problem, brother. No problem. Victor's in the house. Do you get rigged? We did 2 boot camps so far. Let's do another boot camp. We still got people clicking in. Let's do another boot camp. Type boot camp in chat. Type boot camp in chat. We're going to do another boot camp giveaway. We got 8 to give away today, and we got two prop accounts to give away today as well. Promos when you use code Rocket Scooter, 30% off Tradeify. My funded futures get 25k flex for $49 for new users. That's cool. 25k rapids are 87. Pros are 30% off. Wow, that's cool. ETF, 80% off non-fast track evals. Funded next, 30% off for new users, 5% off for reoccurring users. Futures deck, 70% off, 70 to 75% off. And then you've got Take Profit Trader, 40% off. And Lucid, 40% off. Nice. All right, the giveaways today. Yeah, well, today we've got a 50k account, and we've also got a futures desk 200k, not 200k, $200 credit, which is cool. The sell-off continues. Moke Shop's in the house. What up, Moke Shop? See, Wisdom's got random lines on his chart he's trading off of. He doesn't remember what they're from. You gotta label them, brother. If you trade like that, you should label them. That's the one thing I like about not having to like go back, look for different levels, all that, you know. Algorithmically derived levels, there's nothing like it. It just takes so much out of the equation. You just kind of wake up, look at the levels, trade. I like it like that. Works for me. Still selling down. There was an overnight bounce at this level. I just want to see how deep into the zone it got. I'm just gonna check. So when a seeds level is super thin, I'll just usually do 67 points. Like I'll draw it as if it's 67 points when I'm marking out the possible entries. I'm just curious how this trade would have worked out. Well, I could see right here would have hit target. Nice reaction. Okay, nice, yeah, it was a nice reaction at that level. Nice reaction at that level. See what the bounces were. $57 points off of the main entry. 78 points off the deep entry. Oh, so various. See, I mean, this is a good example. You know, even in this big sell-off, levels getting nice, still getting nice reactions. Still getting nice reactions. My thing with trading in this kind of environment is I get really shy about trading a zone more than once. Like, you know how in a healthy market, when there's actual demand at the zone, it's just a lot different. You can hit it many more times. But when the market's like this and you're getting sell-offs through the zones a lot of the times, it's almost like you get the first reaction and then you just get rotation at the zone and it just becomes hard to manage risk. Let's see here. Let me see where the 2% down would be. See how many percent down are we? We haven't had a minus 2% day in a while. Price range, here we go. Oh, we still got a long way to go. Guys, type boot camp in chat. Type boot camp in chat. We're going to give away another boot camp in 4 minutes. Boot camp. That's the code word. Victor typed boot camp in chat. Nice. Everyone's talking about oil, huh? Let's see what all the fuss is about. Oil's on the move. Where candles are pixels and chat becomes a choir. A single word. Bull zone to bear zone to bull zone. Spin. Let's move this to a hourly chart just so we can see the historical levels. New feature of Rocket Scooter. You can look back at old levels now. Let's see if it works for... I'm not sure if it works for equities. Let's see. There we go. Look at that. That's cool. That's really cool. All right. Back to our staples here. It defaults to 1 minute when you switch ticker, huh? All right. Let me bring up the giveaway engine. Let's do this third boot camp. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Wonder who out there shorting the pop. Relax vibes. Relax vibes. That's a good name for today. It's relaxation vibes today for sure. Relax vibes. Type something in chat, brother. Sweet, you won. All right, you won the boot camp. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the illiquid bounce here. Message the admin name Slacks, and he gonna hook you up. Oh no, a little bit of volume came in. A little bit of volume came in. Jeremy said, dangerous short in here. Yeah, no kidding. Squeeze at any moment. All right, so that's 3 we gave away. 1, 2, 3. I'm keeping a little Excel sheet. Putting an X next to the number of giveaway. Oil pumping indexes. Indexes are down. Oil's up for the day. THX, you're holding for another 30 points? You're brave, brother. Brave. Brave! Edisolano. Edisolano, I'm not sure if you're serious, yes. Edisolano said, you're a level trader, you're looking for the best program that does levels automatically, so you can compare them with your levels. Do I know anything out there? Yes, Rocket Scooter. The best, in my opinion, out there. It's the platform on the left-hand side of the screen. There's not too many levels down here. This is an outlier day. But the platform draws levels at the beginning of the regular session. It draws zones that have bottoms and tops based on options, dealer options positioning, and it also draws a hedge pressure line, which is the maximum gamma exposure for dealer options based on weekly options, a monthly hedge pressure line, which is the maximum gamma exposure for dealer options based on monthly options. It has auxiliary indicators to help you understand whether the lines will be support or resistance. And then it also has one other line is called DD band. There's a mathematical equation where the inventor of that platform, Matt, who is the creator of this channel, he reverse engineered CME span and comes up with something called a risk interval. And the DD bands are one risk interval from yesterday's close, up and down. And all of the levels that this platform draws are predictable high volume pivots. And they are tremendously powerful levels. They have great edge. So I was in a similar boat as you, Eddie, about a year ago. Less than a year ago, last summer. But I discovered Rocket Scooter. I already had a system for coming up with levels, an algorithm that does it. But I stumbled across Rocket Scooter. I saw that the entire concept of it was based around liquidity, and everything I do with trading is based around liquidity. So I looked into the platform, and then I tested the levels for 2 months, and I found that they had definite, undeniable edge. I incorporated them into my workflow. For many years, I was already trading a particular way, and I usually clocked in, mid 60s, sometimes mid to highs, like 64 to 68, 69% accuracy. And after incorporating Rocket Scooter, that number crept up about 3 to 5%. And in a few years, I'll have a definite number to say, oh, my accuracy increased, this many percent. But it's been less than a year, so I don't have the exact, but I know it's 3 to 5%. Based on the months I have. So yeah, it's a tremendous platform, brother. So definitely check it out. Eddie, the link is in the description. The link is in the description, but it's also rocket.place. Rocket.place is the site. And it's cheap, but don't think because it's cheap that it's not good. It's very reasonably priced because the model that the company adopted was to make it reasonably priced and allow a lot of people to gain access to it. So it's publicly available. It's very reasonably priced. I think it's $160 a month. Or right now you can get the lifetime for $2,500 a month. it's only, that's just the model, so it's accessible to a lot of people, but it's really good. It's really good. Harley, I'm talking about Rocket Scooter, the platform on the left-hand side of the screen. Yeah, $2,500 one time. Yeah. This is really the only platform that really filters out dealer options and comes up with these pivots. There's gamma exposure platforms out there that draw options lines, but they're just, it's not the same thing. This filters out dealer options, so you can really know where there's going to be significant volume. Hey, Eddie, that's great. Eddie said thank you. You've been looking for something like that for a long time. Listen, any platform that algorithmically draws levels is really good because it takes out a lot of subjectivity. That's why I love Seeds. That's why I love Rocket Scooter. Hey, Eddie Solano, how did you find the channel? What were you typing in? What were you typing in YouTube? I'm curious. I know I put clean levels ? In the subject. Maybe that helped kind of get you here. I'm just curious what people search for. Gabe loves edging. Nice. Mokeshop's asking about how you can get seeds. Seeds is not available for distribution. It's just you can just come to the stream. I don't have it. It's my own algorithm, so it's not set up for distribution. JM said, before Rocket Scooter, did I try Bookmap? I looked at Bookmap for a couple of days. I couldn't, like, the way I read the tape is more watching the ticks. So Bookmap, I don't know. Bookmap didn't help anything. Jeremy said Bookmap is messy. I think I think if people have a lot of experience and mental recall reading Bookmap, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great. But I think, I'd have to get a few hundred sessions of watching the tape using Bookmap until, maybe not a few hundred. I'd say probably a few hundred until I'm really proficient, but maybe like at least 100 sessions for me to really develop intuition and mental recall around it, right? Metamorphi says Rips uses it very well. Yeah, I'm sure he's got thousands of sessions using it though. Dada said, is Rocket Scooter different than having manual indicators, 50, 200, etc.? Yes. Completely different. Completely different. Like moving averages and stuff, they're more used, like intraday moving averages. That's more of a retail trader thing. Where the liquidity lies is really what allows the big boys to get their edge, to execute at the right spots, right, to initiate their bets at the right spots. It's all liquidity based. So yes, it's much different. Metamorphi said Rips recorded the market and then played it back to practice reading the tape. 10x your experience. Oh, that's cool. So it's got a replay feature. That's cool. Yeah, I don't have any mental recall around, I've got several thousand sessions doing it a certain way. Well, let me see. I haven't done the math. Let me see. Approximately how many sessions? Oh, I think probably, let's say 13 years. Yeah, about 3,000, 3 to 4,000 sessions. Watching things, you know, a certain way. I would say probably 2,500 sessions, because, you know, the first few years, you know, you're kind of figuring things out. Data said your traditional trader looks interesting. Is there a trial period to try? Yeah, there's I believe it's $100 for the first month, and then it's 90, and then it's $160 after that. But it's really good. It's really good. It's really good. It's like it's next level stuff. You know, I think one of the things that sometimes, I think one of the things that happens is, and I understand this a lot more now after being on social media for trading stuff for the last month or so, because I signed up for Twitter, so I see a lot of the stuff that like trading influencers post on there. I think it makes sense that people are always skeptical, because like, it's like the Wild West for trading information out there. There's a lot of people putting false information out there on social media and stuff. I noticed, like, you know, like there's all sorts of stuff that pops up, like MACD strategies, like moving average strategies, all this. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm just, most of those kind of things, it's almost like sometimes they'll have streaks, but the streaks are more like, you know how if you flip a coin, sometimes you'll get 4 heads in a row, you know? But if you keep flipping it, eventually it's going to neutralize, and you're going to have an equal distribution of heads and tails. A lot of times that's how, you know, people go around chasing their tails, working on trying to figure out stuff like that. Because there's periods of time where it'll seem like those kind of things have edge, MACD, crossover, this and that. And then, you know, and the odds kind of normalize and realize themselves, and they end up being neutral. So there'll be periods of times where it'll work, but there'll also be periods of time where you'll grab a quarter, you'll flip it 5 times, and you'll get 4 heads. That doesn't mean all of a sudden that coin has a heavy head side or a heavy tail side and it keeps landing heads up. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you got 4 heads in a row, or 4 heads out of 5. But it doesn't mean that the coin has a bias, that coin is bad and weighted to one side. So Tony DG said that's probably a better explanation of it. Are you talking about explanation of the odds realizing themselves on neutral strategies like moving averages and stuff? Or are you talking about something else? But anyways, going back to what I was saying, I think a lot of people are skeptical because there's so much false information out there. And, you know, you kind of, you know, maybe you discover Rocket Scooter on YouTube or Twitter or something, and, you know, people are skeptical because there's a lot of junk out there as well. But, I mean, I tried it for 2 months and I was immediately, like, very impressed. Very impressed. Data said I'm spot on. It's a jungle. It is a jungle. It is a jungle. I was pretty disheartened and upset when I signed up for Twitter and I saw all the stuff on there about trading, because I'm like, there's people. It's a shame for people trying to learn, because people are getting taken advantage of a lot. People are getting taken advantage of a lot. So, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because I remember trying to learn back in the day, and like learning how to trade, it's a pretty painful process. You gotta master the psychology. You gotta find edge, and then now you got the landmine that is all the trading education out there right now. It's crazy. And people fall for it. People fall for it, unfortunately. Bradley said, do I consider levels indicators? I mean, I guess as a whole package, it's kind of an indicator, but it's more like it's an yeah, I mean, the whole thing is an indicator. I don't really like there should almost be a you know what I would say? Liquidity based indicators. Anything liquidity based to me is something worth looking into. It is semantics, but I would say anything liquidity based. Like the resilience at the bottom of the screen, NASDAQ resilience, S&P resilience, and gap resilience, they're all liquidity based. Why? Because gap resilience is determining where underlying stocks are in the index in relation to their open, close, and the midpoint between them, which is the gap, right? Why does it use those three levels? Because those three levels have liquidity around them, right? The very concept of why the open and the close are at specific places is because of liquidity, right? It's because of liquidity. So that's a liquidity-based indicator. Hedge pressure and monthly hedge pressure are liquidity-based indicators. Why? Because they're determining whether stocks in the underlying index are generally above or below their weekly and monthly hedge pressure. That line derived from dealer options, ultimately derived from the concept of liquidity. So it's all about liquidity. It's all about liquidity. So any indicator that, any liquidity derived indicator to me. But like, a moving average, yeah, it's an indicator, but it's not liquidity derived. It's price movement derived. But price movement without knowing the liquidity behind it, it's kind of useless in my opinion.
Monthly maps forecasting I align. I stay calm, I'll never be behind. Rest can slip, the winds can wail. I hedge with truth and my puts prevail. You held your breath, I held conviction. Watch you drown in your prediction. You pray for green, I pray for blood.
Benjamin Mueller said, am I sometimes tempted to trade when there's really no setup? No. But I used to be. Especially when I like, when you're learning, you want to get reps. You want to do something. You feel like you're supposed to be doing something. But when you're confident in your edge and you're confident in your setups, it kind of, I don't know, like me personally, I don't like gambling, and taking a setup that I don't think has edge, or I'm not sure has edge, it's gambling, and I don't like that. Cody Perry said, isn't volume a liquidity indicator? Yeah, volume's a great thing to have up on your chart. Volume's a great thing to have up on your chart. The only reason I don't keep volume on my chart is because I have volume velocity, which is, you know, it's a derivative of volume. It's the speed at which volume is coming through the market. I have it set to 2,000 contracts. So right now it's taking about 82 seconds for 2,000 contracts to pass through NASDAQ. So that's what I use for liquidity, for volume. Good questions though, guys. Good questions. 20 minutes to power hour. All right, let's do another boot camp. Data said you use TradeC as a platform for trading. How does Rocket Scooter platform? So Rocket Scooter is for the levels. You wouldn't use it for execution. You can, but the execution portion of it's not really built out. Like I personally, I execute in NinjaTrader, and a lot of people also execute in Tradeovate or TradingView. Yeah, so it's more for the charting, and the algorithm draws the levels, but you wouldn't use it to execute. You wouldn't use it to execute. You can, but it's not built out. It's like, you know, you can't, there's features like, you know, seeing your P&L, seeing your execution, seeing your active orders, stuff like that. It's not fully built out. Maybe one day, but right now, developer resources, you know, because when you have a platform and you have a group of developers, you kind of gotta prioritize what you want to build out. So like one of the things that was built out over the last year was that the levels say support or resistance based on the confluence with auxiliary indicators, right? It used to be before that, let's say hedge pressure, it's a maximum gamma exposure of dealer options. It would be the line on the chart, and then you would look in the bottom of the screen to see whether the cyan line was above or below zero. That's called hedge pressure resilience. Now you still have that bottom indicator, but also up top, it'll say resistance or support based on what the auxiliary indicator is doing. That's something that was built out in the last year. Something that was built out in the last few months was you can look at the levels that the platform had for previous sessions. So you can look historically. That's something that was built out. So those are things that are more useful to the end users of the platform than executing directly in the platform. So it's not, it's not at the top of the priority list. One of the things that's being finalized now is, so there's two overnight levels, dynamic hedge pressure and dynamic monthly hedge pressure. They're algorithmically derived, again, and they're predictive levels that you can use for overnight trading. Oh, look at this little spike here. Predictive levels you can use for overnight trading. And those are currently manually posted in a channel in the Discord. But they're working on the code and, working through they're just auditing the code to have those algorithmically drawn on the chart as well, like all the others. It's fine. Die said, did I just call NQ little? Didn't I learn yesterday? I'm trash talking NQ. Whippy little thing. All right, let's do another giveaway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. KB Trades 98. Where you at? Use a winner. KB Trades 98. Type something in chat. Rigged. Oh, thirsty. KB Trades. All right, congratulations. Go to the contest channel in the Discord. Link is in the description. Go to the message the admin name Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID, and he gonna hook you up. Victor said KB Trades. Victor saying KB Trades is him. I wicked out some shorts there. Gabe, you're out.
When pressure's at its peak, behind the veil we find the levels others never see.
Yeah, that giveaway was for a boot camp. All right, so we've done 4 boot camps now. We've done 4 boot camps. During Power Hour, we'll do one more account. We'll do 1 account and 4 more boot camps. Boomer, what's going on, brother? The giveaway is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be My Funded Futures 50K Rapid and a Futures Desk 200K credit. Which are both bangers. Because you can get a lot with the futures desk. It's like a build your own salad, build your own burger. This is build your own prop account. So you can tell it what you want.
I'm a profit sniper, rocket to the moon, P&L spike tire, EST moves. I'm a market bender, cash flow like Nile, go on a bender. Sandwich stacking wins, S&P soldier. Never fold, portfolio a boulder. Liquidity, pocket dreams, Wall Street scheming. Stacks on stacks, profit flow streaming. Day trade.
And then 5 boot camps as well. Let's give away one of the prop accounts.
Maps got patterns like a Picasso. Resilience got me leaning. Profit colossal. Yo, I'm the market beast. Unstoppable street. Rocket scooter rise, profits at peak. Riding high, no sleep.
I'm Liquidity said, the futures def have 75% off now. So with the $200 credit, you got 4 accounts when you won. Nice. That's a banger. All right. Let's go ahead and do the My Funded Futures 50K Rapid. Any suggestions for the code word? Give me suggestions for the code word, fam. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Suggestions for the code word: My Funded Futures 50K Rapid. Melt off. Melt off. I saw it. Melt off. Let's do melt off. I like that. Melt off. Melt off. What's going on with my mic stand? Why does this thing keep dropping? Melt off. Melt off, 1 word. 2 syllables. Melt off. Melt off. So 2 more prop accounts and 4 boot camps. Nice. Frazier's in the house. Oh, my nose. My funded futures 50K rapid. Let's see what we got here. $3,000 target. $2,000 drawdown. Nice. All right, what we got here? 100 entries so far. No, 154. Melt off. We're really melting down, huh? Did it look like I was I that still? Yeah, when I'm concentrating on something, I get really still. I'm like, that's funny. That's funny. Ethan said you thought the internet froze? That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I was just watching the tape as we kind of approach this low. All right, 180 entries. 7 minutes to power hour. All right. Let's bring up our giveaway engine. All right, here we go. My funded futures 50K rapid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Great. Great. Use a winner. Use a winner. Type something in chat, brother. Great Tech. He's here. They're here. All right. Congratulations. You just won a My Funded Futures 50K Rapid. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks. Send him a picture of your YouTube ID. Chat knows what he's going to do. What's he going to do, chat? What's he going to do? He's going to hook you up. Nice. Uh-oh. I'm almost out of coffee. Running out early. It's funny. It's not coffee. I still call it coffee. It's ground barley. Hook you up. What's up, Lino? What's up, Dogpedia? Asylum, Blackouts, Frazier, Braytac, Donna, Christopher, Buckley, Harley, Shadows, Actor, Thrive 6. I love seeing all the names. Yeah, it's ground barley. It's ground barley. It's an Italian thing. Mario, what's up, brother? Guys, yeah, smash that like button. I didn't look at the likes. Let me see. Where are we at on likes? 320 people in the house. Viewer activity, stream health. I don't know. The likes isn't popping up. Maybe that's why I couldn't see it. There we go. Oh, guys. I'm surprised we even did the first giveaway. 165. We got to get that up. Let's get that up. Hit that like button. Ichimoku. What's up, brother? Yeah, doing fine. Doing fine. Slow week for me. Very slow week. Up about two and a half risk units. Which is, I mean, that's fine. I couldn't really get anything going this week. There's a new song in Discord about hitting the like button. Oh, I'm going to check it out. Let's see. 190 likes. We just jumped up. Thanks, guys. Discord. And just so you know, if you added me, if you did the @ at me, I probably still won't see it because the Discord site doesn't send me alerts. I installed the app. I don't get alerts. I don't know. That's just how it goes. All right, song submission. Because sometimes I see people added me and I feel bad that I don't see their messages. Okay. All right, here we go. Rogue's got a new song out. All right, let's see here. Okay, giveaway. Oh no, I have a. Let me see. Giveaway. All right, let me just. Let me drag it in this list. Okay. All right, here we go. 5, 4. Oh, let me turn the volume up. All right, here we go.
Lights low, screen glow, pressure in the room, baseline crawl like a storm rolling through, eyes on the candles, pulse on the run. We don't just watch, we become the drum. Black glass glow when the charts all breathe, cold blue fire underneath those screens, whole crew live when the tension cuts, one more spark and the whole thing erupts. We came for the
350 people in the house. Guys, hit that like button. During Power Hour, which starts in 1 minute, we're giving away 4 boot camps and a $200 credit to the futures desk.
electricity sparks, no half step, no frontin' if you're riding this vibe, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. When the bass start cutting.
Rigged. I gotta rename the playlist. So the playlist is called Giveaway right now. I'm gonna rename it to special, to like something with, you know, because it's like it's like special cases or something. Yeah, like, you know, because it's like giveaway. There's a like button one. I'll call it occasions. Giveaway, hit the like, you know. I like to keep them organized. Who managed to stay out of trouble this week? Because we had a difficult week. Difficult week. Who stayed out of trouble? Braytech said my funded future's on the way. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Eddie overtraded today, lost the funded. My travel journal had a breakthrough week. That's cool. Let me who out there sets a max loss on their account? And how many full-size trades does it take to hit your max loss? You do, but you don't obey it. Blackout said, well, can you just set it with Tradeovate? People said you could set it with Tradeovate. Travel journal, you have a max loss that takes 5 to 6 losses to hit it. Wow, that's a lot. So you got a lot of freedom. Plus Media asking about Forex. Forex, I'm not really sure. I never traded Forex. Thrive6, do I trade micros only? Yeah, in this props, micros only, and in my main accounts, minis only. But I don't for the stream, I only do props. So for the props, yeah, micros. THX says your max loss usually 400. Thrive, no, my main account is no, my main trading accounts are regular accounts. I only started props about 6 weeks ago for the stream. For people who are saying you set a max loss, how many trades, like how many losses would it take to hit your max loss? I'm curious how people set it. Like your max loss for a trade. Like you have 2 full-size losers in a row, 3 full-size losers in a row. Ichimoku 1. Okay. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people, if their first trade of the day is red, they're off their game. And, you know, some people say, you know, I'd rather just come back better the next day. Oh, let me put the song back on. 5 minutes into Power Hour. Let's see here. Music. Saint MZ said your daily loss is 12% on props, 5 to 6% on your broker count, 2 to 3 losers in a row, then you're out. Fair enough.
That pivot's calling, volumes on fire. Price hits the line like my wire. Hedge pressure highway, rolling like
All right, guys, let's do another boot camp giveaway. Type boot camp in chat. Let's do another boot camp. Way, way below DD band.
flames on the screen, can't turn back. Resilience rolling, gaps gonna run. EST approaching, let's have some fun. Hedge pressure highway, rolling like a freight train flame. Hedge pressure highway.
Marcus said, "Do I think we're gonna recover some later back towards the E band?" You know, honestly, I'm neutral. I'm neutral down here. It's really heavy down here. I couldn't say either way. Boot camp giveaway. Boot camp.
Hold the line when the pressure's burning. Feel that fire when the tide starts turning. Every bounce, every break we ride, 'cause the scooter's on our side.
What about maybe a late afternoon tweet? Maybe a late afternoon tweet. That would be cool.
Flame, hedge pressure highway. Nothing's ever gonna trade the same. Hedge pressure highway. On fire, can't look away. Hedge pressure highway. Scooter rules the road today. Hedge pressure.
Jay Black said 88 green. At least you're green today. Well, listen. Sometimes you have a small, you know, sometimes just a small day. All right, now we're coming into this zone. So now this is what I've been waiting for. I'm curious to see what happens down here.
Woke up this morning, charts were looking mean. That big old red candle, the ugliest I've seen.
Thin zone, though. Thin zone.
Futures dropping fast.
All right, here we go.
Market maker Matt say, son, better step aside.
All right, type boot camp in chat.
I got those bags.
It's not showing up yet, so I don't know. I just reset it. Type boot camp in chat. I just reset the. I had to reset the thing.
Prices falling faster than my stops can run away. Rocket scooter says, don't you fear, just play it smart and true. But Lord, this downtrend's giving me.
Somebody asking if I have any pivots down here. Yeah, I mean, I have a pivot at 23,305, and deeper into that zone, 23,288. But the market's so heavy. I'm not gonna go for it. Because I'm up less than a risk unit on the day. Because this morning it was small red and then small green. And I don't know. It doesn't feel like 65%. I mean, just with the way we've been melting down today. I see no reason to put on that trade. Sods, this is algorithmically derived level that I have in my platform, and it uses historic information of the relationship between price velocity and volume velocity to almost find areas where price has more and less resistance, like where it takes more or less force to move price. But there's no rocket screw levels down here either, so that's another reason I'm like, All right, here we go. Let's pick our winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Robert Henry. Marina, what's going on? Green says, is it going any lower? Maybe a little bit. I think a little bit. This is for boot camp. This is for a boot camp. I didn't see Robert. Oh, yeah. Robert's there. Okay. Robert, there you go. So go to the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks with a picture of your YouTube ID. He gonna hook you up. All right, let's do one more boot camp. Then we'll still have 2 more boot camps to give away, and we'll have 2 more boot camps to give away and the prop. That'll be nice. All right, guys, type boot camp in chat. I'm gonna take some more entries and then I'll respin it. Jesus or Jesus said, do I find prop trading more challenging than trading a personal account, or are they similar? Once I got the sizing figured out, it's similar. It's similar. Yeah, it's similar. We talked about this yesterday. Like, I don't think going the other direction would be similar. Because there's this, when you go from props to real trading, you know, I think your psychology is gonna, you're gonna learn the psychology all over again, with real risk per trade. But going from regular trading to prop trading, you know, there's no psychology, so. To me at the beginning it was a little bit challenging because I was trying to keep track of different accounts, 50K, 25K, different sizing on them. I didn't like that, so that's why I just switched to doing only 25K accounts, and just risking like neutral, maybe 200 bucks per trade. Big risk would be, you know, 300 to 500 per trade. And small risk would be like 125, 150 per trade. And I just switched to doing it that way. The only thing that is difficult is like when you're trying to trade your regular account and you're trying to do the props at the same time, you either have to press buttons on both or do the copy trader. So I was doing the pressing buttons on both at the start, and it just didn't work for me. It really distracted me from my regular trading. And I just didn't like that, you know, because when you're putting on risk, having another thing to think about, I just didn't like it. So I've been messing with the copy trading, but I have issues with that as well, technical issues. So that's still something I'm working through. That's still something I'm working through. Like sometimes the accounts won't copy correctly. Like you can even see, like one of the Lucid accounts, it wasn't working right, so I had to close that one manually. Then there was a time delay between the TPTs and the Lucids. Like you could see the P&Ls different on them. So I don't know. Like regular trading is just easier in the sense that like it's just one account. It's just one account. That's what I'm used to. So the hardest thing for me at props has just been the adjustment of you know, having to deal with multiple accounts at the same time, because you're not doing that in regular trading. Roscoe said, what copier am I using? Right now, Replicanto. Replicanto. Day Trading Wolf said use trade copia. Can you have the props trade? Yeah, I don't know. I have. Okay, so Trading Wolf, my main issue is I need to have the props follow my main account, but I need to reduce the size by a multiple of 15, and I need to cross from minis to micros for the props. So 15th of the size and micros instead of minis. That's what I'm looking for, to be able to do that easily. Uh, 232 Nate said you're new here. Why use prop account at all? It's for the stream. It's for the streaming. It's for the streaming. Check them out. Yeah, I'll check them out. And I also want to be able to quickly change the multiple, because sometimes I might want to do a 10th of the size and cross from minis to micros. I mean, that's the general idea. Reduce the size by a multiple and cross from minis to micros. That's what I needed to do consistently, not have issues with it, and not distract me from my regular trading. I just want to trade like I normally trade and just have the props follow in the background. And I don't want to have any issues. Because it's been getting a little frustrating. But I doubled down again. Day Trading Wolf, you were using Trade Syncer, but it's more expensive. I wouldn't mind about the cost. Whatever one's the best. Whatever one's the best. If it's more expensive, I would be fine with that. I just want one that works reliably. So I could just trade like normal, and the props just do their thing in the background. Just won't let go. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, you know what? There is actual one other requirement. The other requirement is that, like, I wouldn't want it to be like, I want it to be locally managed. I don't want to have to, like, some of them, like, they, like, I don't want the trade copier to, like, right now, the loop with Replicanto, the loop is just between the server that I'm running it on, and it sends the orders as if they're generated locally. I don't want a third party in my loop. Like, I don't want the host of the trade copier to know my trades. To know my trades, you know? Because I don't want the, you know, like, what happens if they, like, what happens if they monitor all the traders on their copier, and then they're like, oh, this trader has 70% accuracy, this trader has positive expectancy, and then they start following trades, and, you know, I don't know. I don't want people front running my trades. Like, if I've got resting orders, they'll front run them, or, you know, if I'm scalping, you know, I mean, systematically that's possible. So Mike has said your trade copier is front running your trades. Now you work at Taco Bell. Sarah said you're trading on props. It's all sim anyway. Well, no, my regular trading is not sim trading. Our regular trading is cash trading.
They say he rides when the market sleeps, when greed runs deep inside.
I'd like to see us rotate down one more time. All right, let's see. We've given away, Robert was the 5th. All right.
The Rocket, Scooter Reaper.
One more. Okay, let's do one more boot camp, and then we'll do well, let's do 2 more boot camps, and then we'll do the prop, and then we'll do, yeah, 2 more boot camps, the prop, and then another boot camp. All right, here we go. Pick a winner. This is for another boot camp. Victor! Look at this. Victor. Victor, type did I won. Come on. Did I won? Look, now he's not going to respond? Finally. But Victor, I'm assuming Victor's already a member. After years. After years. Victor's already probably... Victor, you're a subscriber, right? You can't claim it, or can you claim it? Victor, can you claim it or no? Not rigged. Victor said you can claim always? Alright, nice. See, okay, ask Slacks, Victor. You should be able to. If you're not a subscribed to Scooter already, you can do it. Alright, CH1 said you want a bootcamp, tips to maximize your time reviewing the material. I mean, me personally, I would just excuse me, I would use it right away because the information's that valuable. I would use it right away and then just pay again. Like, pay $20 so that you can also watch it with the community when Matt does the replays. But that's what I would do. Because the videos are on there, so what I would do is I would watch them all on my own, and then I would watch them with current commentary. That's the way I would do it. That's the way I would do it. Just because it's like it's the information's that good that I'm like, you should watch it as soon as you possibly can. Vikram, in the boot camp, you learn everything about the rocket scooter platform on the left-hand side of the screen. It draws levels algorithmically at the beginning of the session. They're very powerful, very responsive levels, so it draws those. So you learn the strategy that goes with that platform, and then you also learn just general market information. It's taught by Matt, aka Matoski, aka Matt. He's the founder of this channel and the inventor of Rocket Scooter. If you get lifetime, you have access to all the boot camp. Yep, you have access to the boot camp in perpetuity. Liquidity said surprisingly low volume today. Yeah, the volume is just, this is really just the market's kind of hands off. It's kind of just moving because there's lack of participation. No buyers to step in, not a heavy sell-off. It's just drifting down. PG contracts, and when will there be multiple gamma exposure levels? Well, we have bull zones and bear zones. Bull zone bottoms, bear zone tops. Those are algorithmically derived from the options. So the only reason we don't have zones down here is just we're below DD band and there was just no zones. But like if we go up, for example, how do you go up? You can see all the option zones up here. So we just happened to sell off today, but had we got up here, we would have had all these zones to play with. I don't know what the shortcut is to scroll up on. Oh, like how do you move the entire chart up? Oh, there we go. You gotta click down. Here we go. You can see these levels up here. Right? So now you could see all these different levels that were up there. I could do the same for ES as well. I don't know. Doesn't really want to drag. Clicking, I'm moving, not doing anything. But anyways, there you can see. Someone says just click on it. Yeah, it's not consistently working. You can see the little hand signal moving up and down. It's not doing anything. I don't know. It's working on the left side. It's not working on the right side. It's working sporadically. You got to break the scroll of the right axis. Okay, hold on. I see. Okay, I got it. Now I got it. Okay. Whoever said you got to break the scale of the... Okay, thank you. Okay. So this is how you drag. Now I know. Break the scale, and then you can drag up. I wonder why it requires the user to do that. Maybe there must be some reason for that. Okay. So now you can see all the levels that we had up here. So all these levels are, you know, it's based on existing positions. There's no positions down here because we haven't been down here in such a long time. Yeah, you can scroll in the numbers, but that just kind of squeezes it. But this makes sense. You just click and then you can move. That's cool.
Was trading clean, feeling mean. Then my guts loop past support at 9:15. Try to hold, but Lord, I knew this candle's ripping straight on through. BRB, gotta drop this low.
Em, what's going on, Em? How you doing? Welcome to the room, Em. Good to see you.
Forget it all. It's nature's margin call. BRB, gotta drop this low. Dumping risk and come home mode. Forget the charts, forget it all. It's nature's margin call. No time to hitch, no time to stall. I'm sprinting fast down the back.
Alfred said, any giveaways? Yes, we've given away 6 boot camps so far. We're giving away 2 more boot camps and a futures desk $200 credit. And the futures desk has a sale right now. Someone who won last night, who's in chat, said that they got 4 accounts with the credit. So that's pretty crazy. All right, let's do another boot camp. Type boot camp in chat. Type boot camp in chat. I'm Liquidity said you did 2 statics and 2 end of day 25Ks with the credit. That's awesome. Victor's trying to win another boot camp. He just won.
They call it monthly hedge pressure. It looks like math, but it feels like prophecy.
All right, here we go. It's Friday. It's Friday. We're selling off.
Every single time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Victor again. Are you guys? Do you see this, Victor? Do you see this right now? Victor's been trying to win something for weeks. Now he's won twice in a row. But you can't win twice in a row, so I gotta re-roll it. That's crazy. If I teach you, learn. Victor. For teacher learn. All right, type some. We got you. Okay, go to the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks. He gonna hook you up. Nice. All right, so now we got one more boot camp to give away and the futures desk $200 credit. Not bad. Guys, hit that like button. We're at 229. Let's get up to 300 so we can give away our prop account. 300 likes. Let's get the likes up. Smash that like button, guys.
Every single time.
All right, I see it jumping up a little bit. Can't believe my drink ran out almost. Like milking that thing now. Fatichina, you got the boot camp. You got the boot camp. We got one more boot camp and then the futures desk credit. It's Burn said, not financial advice, but Whoosh fan is playing. All right. Whoosh fan. Whoosh fan going up, innit? Whoosh fan going up. Slow week. Slow week. I hope tomorrow. I mean, I hope next week picks up. Mario, you want to win the futures desk? Stick around, brother. Do a Cockney? I can't do the Cockney accent. I can only do the accent I do because it was my accent. You know. I mean, I lived in Portsmouth in England. Oh, M, this is the first time seeing charts for the day? Oh, M, let me show you the action, M. Check out the 15,000 tick chart. Let me zoom out for you. Whoa. How do you like that? How do you like that? Right? But you know what? We were going over it earlier, how still got really good bounces at the levels. Still got really good respect for the levels. Yesterday I was long. Today I was long. I was long right here. Right at the open. Well, we bounced into that. We moved into that level at the open and then we bounced off of it. So long still working. Long still working. Oh, look at us. Here we go. Look, coming into this level now. Let me go back to, let me go to a, let me just move down. There we go. There we go. Finally in the zone.
They're choking my soul.
Levi passed the 150K Lucid Pro. Nice.
Prop firms my shot. I'm learning the game. Rocket scooters calling, fueling the flame. Resilience is high, DD bands in view. Half gaps coming, I know what to do. HP's humming.
All right, one more boot camp, and then the futures desk. Type boot camp in chat. Type boot camp in chat. Let's do the final boot camp, and hit the like button. We're at 240. Let's get up to 300.
Liquidity pockets, price starts to glide. Half gap by, I'm alone for the
All right, I'm curious to see if the zone holds. If we break through the zone, then I'll be like, whoa. Oh, nice response off of it. Because of how thin the zone is, I really wouldn't say it's broken until 23,240. Like, there's no significance until it gets down to 23,240.
No more despair. Prop firm funded. I'm breathing new air. Rocket scooters tools. They're my battle plan. From the grind to glory. I'm my own man. Rise to riches. Break the
I'm gonna make that black just so I can see it a little easier. Guys, smash that like button. All right, giveaway time. Bring up the giveaway engine. This is the last boot camp. Last boot camp of the day, and then 8 more on Monday. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, look, it picked up this person. It picked up this person because they had a message that had boot camp in it. So I gotta pick a new winner. Chaos seeking success. Chaos seeking success. Chaos seeking success. Type something in chat.
Now pump that price. Give it a tick more. Oh, that feels nice. Now hold it.
Don't respin if we don't see a response. He's not here. Chaos seeking success. All right, here we go. Let's click one more time. Robert Henry, type something in chat. Already won? Reroll? And host 9193. And host, congratulations, you're a winner. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel, message the admin named Slacks, and he will hook you up. I'm just going to bring up the 2000 tick because I just want to see a little bit closer what's going on at this level. Because I've been waiting for this. Oh, it's minimized. You guys can't even see. I've been waiting for this level to get tagged. I just want to watch, see what happens. Obviously, I couldn't take it because we're right at market on close. We're right at the end of the session. It's Friday, but. I still wanted to see what happened at the level. No, I mean, 18-point bounce so far, nothing much. I'm going to use a 25 tick. I mean, that probably prints so fast. Down she goes. Nah, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to rip after this. Let's see. No covers? No cover rally? Stability on either side of this zone, so it's really a coin flip. Day Trader U1S, you did not miss the $200 credit giveaway. You did not miss it. 10 minutes left. All right, give me some suggestions for the code word. Give some suggestions for the code word. It's time for the final prop account giveaway. $200 credit for the futures desk. Slackers. Let's do slackers. Slackers. Type slackers in chat. Slackers. Slackers.
Yeah, yeah. Woo. Uh-huh. Woo. Check it. Yeah, yeah. Scooter hums on the opening bell. Half gap flash ain't ringing.
There it is.
Risking over tight, one tick at a time. Consistency rule, I'm walking the line. Balls on calling. Liquidity pocket, fan blowing candles. I don't stop it. P&L party, money gun spray. A+ setup, blow the eval away. Heads pressure, scooter goes to grid. Stack 'em
Damn. Another hold. Another hold. Look at that. Them zones, though. That was nice.
3 days green light, legacy uncapped, no cap in sight. MHP breakout, I scalp the pivot. Pickle in the chat yelling printed. Eval reset, fresh account load. Payout wire, watch the green explode. HP spike, I ride the volume wave. One tick stop, no room for the grave. Bad on the mic, fan blowing higher. Risk unit locked, I never tire. Half gap fade, I flip the script. Bulls on trap, prop firms get clipped. P&L party, money gun spray. A+ setups, blow the eval away. Hedge pressure, scooter goes to grid. Stack 'em payouts, let the prop firm skid. P&L, rocket ride high. P&L, it's up down.
I shouldn't have been such a slacker, huh? I should have taken the trade at the zone. Nah, I made the right decision. It's too late in the session. But it would have been a nice win.
It's party time.
Jerome Kim, it's algorithmically derived. It's not manual. I do it. It uses the relationship between price velocity and volume velocity. It's an algorithm. Bounce makes me proud of my algo.
Same trade, same edge, yeah, it's party time.
Ichimuku said, "What's the spot I draw on NQ? It's nice." So it's algorithmically derived. It's my algorithm called seeds. It's what I used before. It's what I used before I discovered Rocket Scooter. Now I use it alongside Rocket Scooter. Yeah. But it's very good. I worked on it for many years. It's solid. Jerome said, "Can we get it in Rocket Scooter?" No, no, I mean, the levels, it's just, like, it's not set up for distribution. It's not set up like that. Blackouts TV, take it easy, brother. Someone's asking if I trade Forex. No Forex. See what the bounce off of the level was. So just so you know, so usually if there's on these zones, if they're less than 67 points deep, I draw the geometry of the trade as if it's 67 points deep. Okay, so this first line is 25% into the zone. The second line is 50% into the zone. And then this white line here would be, you know, the overall, you know, possible place where I would say it's going to pause. So, I mean, you could see here, like this worked out. Like this is just kind of a good visual example. So it's usually like, I typically, I'm very cautious taking trades at the top of the zone, but when VIX is below triple B, I will. But when VIX is above triple B, usually first scale, 25% into the zone, second scale, 55% into the zone. And if the second scale was added, usually the target can be top of zone, but sometimes it'll get up to this second level. But that's just kind of, that's just approximate. I just draw that geometry out because that's the most common geometry around the zones. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to the close. For sticking around, thank you so much for sticking around. Let's do our drawing here. $250 entries. Drawing in 5, 4. This is for the futures desk. $200 credit. 5. Guys, hit the like button. Likes are low today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Benny Blank 067. Benny Blank 067. Man, I wish it could have got to this level like an hour ago. Why is it gotta get to the level at the 10 minutes before the end of the session? So annoying. Benny Blank. Congratulations, Benny Blank. You're a winner. All right. Here's how you claim your prize. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin named Slacks. Send him a picture of your YouTube ID. And he will hook you up. Congratulations. That's the close. Alright, guys. Make sure you tune into Darb stream on Sunday at 7 p.m. Gonna be very interesting to see where we open. You know what? I don't know. Maybe we gap up then sell off. I'm just trying to think. Like, we didn't have a lot of volume in this sell off. We didn't have a lot of volume in the sell-off. Buyers weren't really stepping in. Yeah, I don't know. All right, guys. Tune in Sunday. Whoa, look at this. Look at this whippage. Look at this whippage. Whippage. Oh, God. Account destruction at 4:01 p.m. on a Friday. Whippage. Battling it out at this zone, huh? I guess that's why they call them decision blocks, huh? They don't call them decision blocks for nothing. Something's definitely getting decided here. Alright, guys. Yeah, so tune in to Darb stream, and then Matt stream, aka Matoski, aka Matt. Monday at 8:30 Eastern. He's still doing his 100K to $1 million challenge. And I'll be here in the afternoon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time, peace.